Welcome one, welcome all to the Sunday Night Football Up to Lock for another year. As always, it's Kurt with me, and then we also get a special guest today, Big T, who definitely enjoyed all the football today, except the Jets and Steelers was actually a really great game to kind of watch. I was even say the Falcons game was kind of fun, but other than that, it was a tough watch, especially that last game with Cam Ward in the second half. It was pretty brutal, but I'll go ahead and bring you in, Big T, first, just because you're our special guest. How are you doing?
Yeah, I mean preseason football, the first 3 weeks we always say, right? It's ugly out there, and really it didn't have anything to do with results either. I did decent on DraftKings because of Justin Fields. Honestly, that's why I cashed the Wildcat thing, and all because of Justin Fields. But the games were ugly. I mean, the Bengals were terrible. Lucky to win. All those early games, though, there was a lot of offenses that just did nothing. Tampa game kind of stunk. Early season football, though. I say it on all the shows all week. It's going to be ugly early on. So get through it, and then the games will get better about a month into the year.
Oh, absolutely. The first few weeks, even in college football, they felt really bad the first couple weeks. Then you kind of get going.
They got a little better yesterday, quick. I mean, the first 2 weeks were terrible, but
I mean, Arch Manning struggled that first quarter, maybe. Then he got going. But
I'm worried about old Arch, bro.
He looked bad yesterday, man. I had him, and he scored good, but he looked bad. Like he did not look good.
Yeah, he did not look good. You were first on that take. I'm still holding that hope. Yeah, you definitely were first.
He throws a good ball too. Like when you watch him, like you can see why he's highly touted for sure.
Oh, absolutely. And then obviously, there's no other introduction that needs to be had with you, Kurt. I mean, you got just a ton of people just spamming your name in here.
Yeah, wow. Like, hey, was this guy dead?
It's great to have you
back. Out of hibernation.
How was your Sunday, man?
It was good. Actually, let me see how we did.
Oh, yeah, I like that. It doesn't check until right now. Big T.
You learned that from me, I hope. That's what you do.
I mean, I don't know. I already had money in there to play, so that's nice. You don't want to be waiting till the last second to play with the money you're getting back. That's never a good thing. So
okay, Reed, we haven't been 1-0 in a long time. Even though it was ugly, it's still a road win in the division. We'll take it.
Exactly what the Bucks did today. Oh my God,
road win.
That game winner to Igbukwa. Oh baby, oh it's so good. Bro, he's a dog.
Solid.
Imagine when everyone's healthy. A Gimpy, Godwin, Igbukwa, McMillan, Mike Evans. Like that's our 4 deep. Like that's nuts.
J Ruff, what if I told you I'm at halftime right now, but I'm going to wait an hour to play the rest of the game, J Ruff?
No, you're the worst. Like that league's not been moved in 10 years. But anyways,
it's not my fault. It's not my fault. And then, yes, Nittany Jen, we did get robbed in that plus 300 max for stop and fastest lap. But enough about football, from the earlier day. Enough about the racing from the earlier today. We are going full in on some Ravens and Bills action tonight. A rematch of a playoff matchup that saw Josh Allen send Lamar home very early. You know what? Maybe it's not early for Lamar Jackson because he tends to go home before the AFC Championship games and never makes it to the Super Bowl. But who cares about that? We got a lot to talk about. We got a star-studded place, and we just got inactives that just dropped. And part of those inactives, Keaton Mitchell inactive, Curtis Samuel inactive. Those are the 2 surprise inactives from this game. We're going to go ahead and talk about position by position, quarterbacks, running backs, wide receivers, tight ends, and then your special teams, of course. First things first, though, I'm going to bring you in, Big T. I just kind of want your approach on who you kind of think controls this game, because in the regular season last year, if you recall, Derrick Henry shoved an 80-yarder right up the Bills' butt. It was just crazy what he did in that first game. Come playoff time, completely shut down. Bills controlled that playoff game. Which side are we getting? Are we getting playoff Bills, or are we getting regular season Bills tonight against a Ravens team that has honestly dominated the regular season over the past few years?
Yeah, I mean, it looks like Ravens to me. I'm not a huge Bills believer. I love Josh Allen, obviously, but Lamar's just as good. And the other pieces for Baltimore just look way better too, including the guys up front. And I think it's a gift, honestly. The more I've looked at it, I think it's an easy victory for Baltimore, kind of like the regular season last year. The playoff game, I mean, I was on Buffalo in the playoff game. I don't know. It didn't. It was a lot of fluky stuff, like always happens to Baltimore. But I think they handle it in this game and make a little statement. These are the showdown games, right? Though, where you got two quarterbacks that are just like so much better than everyone else in like the showdown format, and DK hasn't adjusted pricing yet this year. Where I mean, weren't these guys like 13K last year or something? Or am I wrong?
No, you're exactly right. Quarterback price, and there's like guys like Geno Smith were above 10-6 and stuff, and then you get Lamar and Josh Allen here, where 11K is the top price guy here. So
I don't see how you can get around it. Granted, I mean, you might get some teams or something if you're playing a bunch that don't have them both, but it's really hard not to just spray them in there.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, Kurt, I know you. I know you've probably been watching Hard Knocks with the Buffalo Bills. I mean, you see, like, you're just plugged in totally on what the Bills are going to do. And you know what we're going to get here, Big T, in about 15, 20 minutes. Kurt's going to be like, on Hard Knocks, this is the guy that Josh Allen bonded with the most and slept in his bedroom one night. You know, he's going to get into these like 200 cheapies. Who could it be? Tyrell Shaver.
Well, I was really hoping KJ Hamler would make the team.
See, so sad. You got robbed for KJ Hamler. But yes. Kurt, who wins tonight?
Bro, Bills. I'm not the Bills. The Ravens. The Bills. Sorry, I was going to say the Bills secondary is just. What's going to happen? The Raiders will win this regular season game, and then in the postseason, when the Bills are more healthy, the Bills are going to win the postseason again. Sadly, but right now the Bills are just too depleted in the secondary and really all around. So give me the Bills. Goddamn. Give me the Ravens. Sorry for cussing.
It's a moot point, you know, because the Bengals are going to win the Super Bowl, and both these teams will lose them.
AFC is so stacked, bro. Like AFC's a cheat, and look at the Chargers. The Chargers are going to be for real. Yep. Like, oh man,
our ball always wins, no matter what.
The NFC has what, 3 teams maybe? Like, and the AFC is like, bop. You can name like 8 teams that could maybe go to the Super Bowl, and then like 3 that actually might.
Here's a short list: Eagles, Bengals. That's it. That's all you need to know.
But the Bengals aren't going nowhere, dog. Like they're not going nowhere with that defense. I'm sorry.
1-0. Don't worry about that defense making plays, Kurt. Don't worry about it. That's about to be your home team here soon.
You're never going to go to the Super Bowl if your defense and your offensive line sucks that bad.
We just went to the Super Bowl 2 years ago with the same team.
That defense wasn't bad though. That defense was like top 20-ish. This defense is going to be bottom 15.
Kurt, I'm going to buy you a Bengals jersey as soon as you move.
Buy him one.
I'll be happy if the Bengals go though. Like, I'll be like, my mom's a Bengals fan, so like I'll root for the Bengals.
All right, I respect that.
But you know what I mean, though, right? Like, if you have that poor of an offensive line, it's like you're shooting yourself in the foot before the season starts. Well, like that defense, that offensive line, it's rough.
Yeah, I know. I kind of see that. I mean, the offensive line struggled today, but they'll gel, and I'm not worried about it. But let's go ahead and dive into the position by the position here. You know, we get the quarterbacks, obviously. Big T, you mentioned it. Josh Allen, Lamar's pricing. And honestly, there's no other place to start. And Kurt, I'm going to ask you this question because, you know, sometimes you can get off the rails a little bit where it's like, you know what, I'm going to go a cheapie at captain, which Big T would absolutely hate. Are you doing that tonight, or are you just going to be smart and just jam one of the quarterbacks in at captain and put the other in utility and play both quarterbacks 100%?
This guy called you Gary Busey.
Rick Majerus always says that. That's an annual comment. But Kurt, what are you doing with the quarterbacks tonight in the captain spot? Oh my God, he got hindered by that one.
Who looks like Gary Bussey?
Rick Majerus said that for like 3 or 4 years.
Who though? You or Kurt?
Me.
Majerus, I don't know about that comparison. Does he look like?
I got to pull a picture of Gary Busey for the chat. Hold on.
Can we like hold it up like in front of my screen?
I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try.
Off the rails already.
I mean, you got a polo shirt on, ready to grind here.
I am, and I got Kurt sitting here showing us a flashing picture of Gary Bussey that just kind of disappears constantly.
I can kind of see it now that he says it. I can kind of see it. I might be with Majerus.
He said it for years. I mean, like genuinely, I can tell you, he said that comment right away.
Okay, it's the first time I've ever seen it. So thank you, Rick. Okay, sorry, Big T quarterbacks. I want to mute myself.
I mean, that's the easy part. We shouldn't even talk about quarterbacks. They're just full shoves. Just move to the next position.
All right, move to the next. Okay, so just so we're all in agreement, just so the people watching know, no cheap captains tonight. Your captain pool
What's the cheapest you would go, Rubio?
Mark Andrews.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking at the pricing. I mean, I could go a little lower than that, but I'm not going
Who's
below
the
those
little lower than
receivers.
that?
Like
Who
Keon
would be?
Coleman could house one deep, or Bateman could house one deep. I don't like those two. I'm just saying, in my 150, if I like right now, I got 2% Coleman and 1% Bateman. So like just a sprinkle.
Yeah, okay, so that makes sense. You know, you can kind of sprinkle in the big play wide receivers. Keon Coleman expected to make that leap. Actually, someone who our guy Bryce is high on for this game today as well. So that's going to be an interesting option. No wide receiver or tight end has a prop above 60, I believe. I think Zay Flowers is the closest one to that mark. Just shows you the lack of skill players here outside of maybe Derrick Henry. You can kind of make the case for, but outside the quarterbacks, it is kind of a brutal spot for any of the guys because volume can be so limited amongst these teams. Both teams could throw the ball 25 times or less, and you wouldn't be shocked at all. The Bills want to establish the run. The Ravens obviously have two running backs with Lamar and Derrick Henry where they're going to run the ball 35, 40 times. It's going to be an interesting game where it could kind of feel like a slog a little bit. And Kurt, I got to go to you. If you unmuted your mic, let's see. Well, are you playing Derrick Henry today and James Cook? What's your interest level on both of those guys?
I really like James Cook. I mean, I'll probably take the stance on Henry as I always do. I'll be slightly under just because they're going to jam him. He's going to get the touchdowns and stuff, but I think they're going to run a little bit more 11 today than usual just because, God, I mean, you can really spread this Buffalo team out. And, I mean, you're attacking guys that are, like, not too deep, like very, very suspect back seven for Buffalo. So he's going to do what Henry does. He'll probably full shove me, but that's fine. I'll be slightly under. I don't know. I like James Cook. I think that they'll be able to run. Michael Pierce is gone for Baltimore, their best run stopper. Shout out my boy Maddie for always getting me ready for these shows with all the stats and stuff. Shout out Butler. But yeah, Michael Pierce is gone for them, so I like Cook better. You get the $1,000 savings. And, and then we'll just tilt when Henry falls in the end zone 2 times and rushes for like 2 yards carry.
Yeah, I
breaks one for 80 after like getting like nothing all game.
It's just like last year when we talked about, jamming in our, quarterback stacks last year and watched Derrick Henry house an 80-yarder, and you can just begin, continuing on with your night like it never happened.
Yeah.
Big T, you want to hear a stat? The Ravens last year were number 1 against the run overall. I think they were number 1 by a legitimate mile because of 2 things. 1, couldn't run on them all that well, obviously. Number 2, they were one of the worst secondaries in the league. They were 31st in the league. It's 2025. We want to be careful using 2024 data. But there is just a clear funnel here that has existed for some time. Does that make you less interested in James Cook at 9,200 potentially?
Yeah, I mean, the running backs are tough for me in this spot just because.
Yeah.
I mean, Henry, when you said, I thought I was muted. I thought it was one of those you were making fun of me. I just even in Henry too, it won't be talked about, but Ricard's out too, which he's used to him blocking. I'm not saying Henry like needs a lead blocker, but their offense does that. Ricard's one of their better football players. He's a lot of big blocks, opening up holes. We're early in the year too. I agree with Kurt. Like, don't get me wrong.
We're gonna see more
Henry, but I don't love him.
Likely's out. Ricard's not going to go. I mean, we're going to see a lot more. We're going to see more 3 wide receiver sets from Baltimore today than we've seen in a long time. Which, don't get me wrong, they're still going to jam Kohler out there and go there 12 because they're going to. But as far as Baltimore goes, previous years, I think we'll see more 3 wide receiver sets than we've seen in a while.
Yeah, and I actually like the cheap running backs. I mean, James Cook's tough at 9,200, but Justice Hill's one of the best plays of the slate.
Yes, yes, he is.
Ray Davis, I think, takes a leap this year, too. He's cheap. You have to like him. Ty Johnson, especially in a trailing script, Ty Johnson has to be a great play just because he's going to get some of that work, too. And then even our boy with Mitchell out, we got to look at our boy Ali, Prince Ali out there. I mean, 200, we need a 200 guy. Yeah. Don't get these guys excited.
Rasheen Ali
Marshall, too? Wasn't this dude a Marshall guy?
Yeah, Marshall lost to Missouri State yesterday.
The greatest part about that, Big T, was without you knowing, a Marshall guy posted Rasheen Ali captain, and Rasheen Ali was also a Marshall product. I mean, you got a big Marshall contingent when Kurt does shows. That's the one thing you got to know is that all these people have absolutely, watched Kurt day in and day out. They're probably from the West Virginia area, celebrating hard. And I mean, Rasheen Ali, we get. We get our guy Easy Money in the chat today talking crap about the Bengals, talking about nice win today. You guys look really good. And then he said,
Burrow, baby.
Burrow MVP campaign. 7 net yards in the second half. That is
1-0 is 1-0 is 1-0, baby. If we beat the Patriots last year, we'd have been in the playoffs.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, hey, 1-0. 1-0 Easy Money. And you know what the Ravens are going to be after tonight? 0-1. I'm the only one on the Bills.
You're on Buffalo.
I'm the only one on the Bills. You ever think I'm going to back a Lamar Jackson-led team anytime?
Regular season, it's a good proposition.
Yeah, you know what? You're right. Regular season. That's a really great caveat there. We'll win when it matters.
We'll win when it matters.
Yeah, we'll win when it matters. That is absolutely for certain. I look at these other running backs too, because look, we talk about Derrick Henry a little bit. He's one of the guys where it's really tough to kind of peg where he'll be at, in fantasy performance-wise. He's minus 165 to score on DraftKings Sportsbook. I just got to ask this question to you, Big T, because there's going to be a question of like, can I play Derrick Henry captain? How much Derrick Henry captain are you getting, if any, tonight?
So I don't have him projected like amazing or anything. And I bumped the quarterbacks big time. So I bumped the quarterbacks big time. I lowered Henry a little bit, and I still get 12% captain. Yeah. And honestly, I'm pretty good with that number. I'm happy with him between 10 and 15%, just because he can break a slate, and that's what Showdown's about. I mean, what do we think his captain ownership is? Probably in that range, 10 to 15%. Yeah. I'm good being field. I want to be field on Henry captain. I want to be under on Henry or flex.
I like that.
And honestly, I set a rule. I put it on anyone that's on the site. I put up a rule too, like on the if I played Henry captain, I wouldn't really want Lamar on that build. So it could be a Lamar fade team even where you load up the other way and stuff.
Yeah, it's interesting. And as always, if you guys go to the Run Pure Sports website, prices are as cheap as they've ever been. And you get so much in your subscription. And Big T also has a special promo code for anyone willing to try us out. Go ahead and DM him on Twitter. He said he's going to – who knows how long this is going to last? It could just be a 1-week special. It could end tonight. It could end tomorrow night. I don't know. And I'm not trying to push anyone to the brink here, but I'm just saying that promo code he's been slinging around, it could be over in a little bit. So just keep an eye on that. DM him on X or Twitter, whatever you want to call it, and get in on the winners here at Run Pure Sports. That rule that you have, and you also have your entire showdown sheet up, is very interesting. And, no surprise there, but a min one of like Lamar or Henry, like one of those rules where it's like, you're getting one of the guys of the Ravens offense who should smash. I mean, that just makes a lot of sense there. It makes sense why you would get a little bit of Derrick Henry captain, because I don't think Sabre wants to lock in the quarterbacks as much. All right, Kurt, wide receivers. Unless you wanted to touch on any of those scrub running backs. I mean, someone said, Big T, you said Justice Hill's best play on the slate. There was fear that Keaton Mitchell could kind of interfere with that role a little bit. Keaton Mitchell not being in just like solidifies the fact that Justice Hill's too cheap. I think he was kind of priced with the intention of maybe Keaton Mitchell takes a little bit of touches too. That price is just insane. But Kurt, wide receiver time. I already know it. I already know your favorite wide receiver on the slate. I can just see it. You're a Florida State guy, with your dynasty. I just feel like you're backing a heavy load of Keon Coleman tonight. Am I right?
Yes, but I'm probably going to be higher on Keon. Yes, this is a good spot for his coming out party. I can't lie. I mean, you talk about his improvement, but I really like the Baltimore guys more, obviously for the reasons. For the reasons we previously mentioned. But Justice Hill, not only best play of the slate, I like his props too. The receptions over, receiving yards over, pretty tasty. Went ahead and said those to Big Tom. Put those in for me. But yeah, so receivers, Keon Coleman, obviously looking to take the next step. I think he does that. Good price, good matchup. But these Baltimore guys, Flowers, freaking dusty old D-Hop. I mean, they're going to be out there more than they usually are. They're going to be going up against like 2 and 3 deep guys. You know, I mean, people don't want to play these Baltimore receivers because obviously they just run the ball down everyone's throat. But I think it could be a good time to do so just for this week.
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting, and I'm going to battle back on you here, Kurt. And I swear to God, you should spit that gum out. Like, I can just hear the chews.
You can hear it?
Oh, yeah.
Hear the chews, you said.
I know I had to say something.
Old, too. Like, this, I've been to the sim for a minute now.
I had to say that. I was just like, man, this guy.
I know you can hear it.
But I'm going to battle back with the fact that I think the Bills are a much better player than the Ravens wide receivers, and a lot of that just has to do with the Ravens being the second worst secondary in the league.
We're talking about the Patch brother. I think they're going to take a little bit of step forward in the secondary this year.
I think they pride themselves on stopping the run, and I know they lose a little bit, they gain a little bit.
Yeah,
however,
okay.
like I said, I'm not sitting here saying that 2024 is going to happen again because look, the Bengals defense today only gave up 16 points. Definitely shouldn't have given up more.
No, I think you're right. I mean, their scheme is that funnel, but I think it's better than last year.
I think that move it's too tough to run on the Ravens, and the easier path in recent times has been to throw on them, and teams have had a lot of success throwing. And that's why I do think that, Keon Coleman, this could be his game. I was hoping I'd be arm in arm with you, and you're going to be higher on him, so we will be a little bit arm in arm.
I like Palmer, too. I like Palmer a lot. I like the 2 and 3. We
even had Josh Palmer. What was it? The Palmer Allen shower narrative. That's a good one right there. I'm going to be jamming some Josh Palmer if he's been spending a lot of time around Josh Allen. I mean, you're the one who's watched Hard Knocks.
Thank you, Tyler. The secondary is going to be improved. They're still going to have that scheme of stopping the run.
Come on, easy money. Yeah. You drafted in Jair Alexander.
They're going to be a little better. They're going to be a little better.
This is my favorite part about it. We signed a guy that Green Bay was literally willing to just give up and just move on from him. Congratulations, you got someone else's scraps. Easy money. Go ahead. I'm so scared here. Atlanta, we're not looking at 2024 data, but like I said, the Bengals defense, and you did say the Jags defense was the worst today. That's what brought it up, Land, on the show last night. You said the Jags defense was absolutely terrible last year. What do they do today? They look pretty good. I just said be careful.
Against the Panthers.
Hey, Bryce Young finished the season strong, right?
Give them their flowers, Kurt.
Say what?
Give them their flowers. They owned them.
I mean,
Big T here. Quick question. All right. Who's your favorite wide receiver? And, you already talked about your captain and stuff. Is Keon Coleman your favorite captain amongst the bunch?
I think they're all, this is going to sound like a cop-out, but they're all like similar plays, receivers. I mean, obviously outside of Zay is a little higher up. Tupac, our boy Tupac Shakur, a little higher, but these middle guys, Bateman, Palmer, Coleman, very, very similar to me. Like, if I had to rank them, I'm going to take Bateman number 1 just because I like the Baltimore side better. But, like, I want them included in my captain pool just because I, like, genuinely don't have a take at the receiver department. I want them all about the same. Captain percentage, I'm highest on Zay just because of that, and then Tupac, and then I literally have 10 total teams between the other 3 of my 150. And then flex, I mean, I got between 20 and 30% of all of them. So I'm just spreading them around. So I don't want people to think that I am taking it as a cop-out, but it's also what I believe. That's one of the reasons I want to just full shove the quarterbacks, be a little lower on the running backs, and filter in these receivers and do it by like a roster construction where if all my teams I end up with both quarterbacks, obviously, and then 1 or 2 pass catchers, I'm pretty happy with that. And a lot of the slates, when you look at the winner, you'll go and you'll see tonight, just say, for example, it was Lamar and Allen and then 2 pass catchers each way. You look at the build and you're like, how did I not have that build? It's so obvious, just a 3-3 with pass catchers with the quarterbacks. But tonight, I also think you could go lighter on the receivers on a certain team. Like say you did Lamar or Josh, they both run, but with no receivers, and then I'll maybe Justice Hill or something. So say Lamar captain with Justice Hill, no receivers from Baltimore, but then you come back with like Allen and 2 of his receivers. So a little bit of a like reverse reverse construction a little bit. But Lamar could easily run him in. He could throw a screen to Justice Hill. Builds like that, I think, are interesting because everyone that plays Lamar captain is going to want to play Flowers or Andrews or these guys that, at the very least, Bateman. What happens if you don't play any of those three with a Lamar captain? I think that gets you somewhat unique.
Yeah, no, I've kind of thought about that too. And we should mention Isaiah Likely, right, being out is going to kind of impact this Ravens offense. And Redmond, very sharp DFS player, of course, mentions surely we see some Mark Andrews revenge in this game after, basically the thing with Mark
First
Andrews.
touchdown, baby. They're going to get him gone to Schneid.
So if you're wanting to know a piece of Big T score, we can give that one away. It's gotta be Andrews.
I can't believe it's 13-1 on DraftKings, our partner. How's it 13-1?
Yeah,
that's
you like that.
Right? Let's start the year with a W, Kurt. 13-1, baby.
My favorite part is
I'm in.
No, Kurt, you're on Charlie Kolar. 40 to 1.
Sign me up, baby.
Oh my God,
you're on Charlie Kolar. 40 to 1, right?
Bopa. Bopa.
Oh my God. We're on some Kolar 40 to 1, Big T. I mean, how is he 40 to 1? I mean, he's going to be in that likely
40 to 1 because he's guarding the water bucket.
Don't disrespect an Iowa State legend, Big T. Come on now. Next question, though, Big T, to continue building on your point. You mentioned the wide receivers kind of all being very similar. None with great floors like goes for Zay Flowers. Does not have a great floor despite being the most talented wide receiver on the slate. None with great props, but they all have the ability to connect on a long ball. Shakir might have the best floor amongst the bunch. Do you have more Andrews than any of those wide receivers as him being the best pass catcher on the slate?
Yeah, I think outside, let me pull it up. Outside of the quarterbacks, he's my next highest owned guy. But I do have just a huge there's not a huge variance between him all the way down to the James Cook, Ty Johnson. I got a lot of guys between 20 and 40%. But on my main team, when I'm trying to construct it, Andrews would be the next guy in for me outside of the two quarterbacks for sure. I trust him the most. The revenge factor, he had to think about it all summer. And what do we always say about slow veterans? They got fresh legs early in the year, right? They wear down as the year goes and get a little slower. But Larry Fitzgerald always used to crush early in the year when he was old. Other examples too. But I can see Mark Andrews coming out really nice tonight. Originally, I wanted to play a Andrews captain like they're talking about in the chat. I just don't know if I get enough from it, though. I like the play, but there's enough cheapness on this. And there's not really a third guy you need on this slate, too, which is what hurts the – sure, I mean, Lamar and Henry could easily be in the winner, obviously, together. But I don't need – Henry with those two quarterbacks if it means an Andrews captain. I just don't. What's one of the scenarios, Rubio, that an Andrews captain would work? I think it's if Lamar, Allen, and Henry all get 20.
Cook. Throw Cook in there.
None of them get 30.
Throw Cook, throw Flowers into that mix, the same bucket, because they're both all expensive. And you would have to have one of Henry, Cook, or Flowers go for 20 plus. But still stay within the range where Andrews is the top scoring captain line. Kind of fun. This is the thing, too. This is why I just wanted to build on this, too. Captaining quarterbacks and still leaving salary, because you can get away with leaving salary tonight.
Oh,
I mean, that is, even though you're captaining your 11K guy and you're playing a 10.8 guy in the flex, you can easily make the case that Josh Palmer should project very similar to a guy like Keon Coleman, and Josh Palmer is 1K less expensive. Same thing that can be said where Rashad Bateman's really great, Mark Andrews and stuff, but what's the difference between a DeAndre Hopkins or, well, that's kind of a poor example, but you got Dawson Knox in that mix as well. Elijah Moore, you can kind of just talk about a little bit where it's with Buffalo, what's his role going to be? You kind of have a lot of unknowns, and I'm trying to embrace the unknowns a little bit with the fact that you just see it all the time in weeks one. There's a lot of surprises that happen. Knowing what Buffalo has done through previous years, I feel like they've tilted us more than any single team on Showdown because they have just so many options, whether it's the backup running backs or whatever. I still feel like you can get really unique with a quarterback captain and not having to go up to Andrews and banking on one of Cook, Flowers, or Henry to find the nut. seems like the right play at Big T. I just that's the scenario though. One of those three guys would have.
I really love Palmer.
What would you say?
Just you talking about embracing the unknowns. I think I'm going to go really deep on Palmer.
Yeah. So with Palmer, so he's your favorite like sub 6K guy. Then if you're going deep on him, are you looking at Josh Palmer and playing him over the kickers here, despite having very similar projections?
I'm looking at him being my most exposed. I'm going to probably have a captain lineup, a handbill captain lineup with Palmer too.
See, okay, so
what if he emerges like? Well, I mean, what if he emerges like the wide receiver 1 here and like passes up Shakir? I mean, Shakir gets all the underneath stuff, but what if like they finally have a good outside consistent receiver that Buffalo's not had in a while? Like, what if that can actually be Palmer here? Josh Allen has a cannon. Shakir has everything underneath. They're worried about Josh Allen running. That's open.
What are the chances? And like, I'm just going to kind of continue on this, Kurt. Dalton Kincaid takes a leap or like takes more control of this offense. Like, this is the thing with Buffalo. Big T, Kurt, if I told you guys no one on Buffalo got more than 5 targets today, would you be surprised?
It's funny too that you say that because I'm working on my main team still here, and some of my favorite builds are the ones where you just play Josh Allen with Ty Johnson, and then when you do that, you don't need to rely on all that. And I think there's 2 separate things. So leading into it, in like the big one, what is it? $1 million? It's probably not $1 million tonight. Whatever it is, 300K. What is it? 300?
Yep.
Like in that format, I think you lean into different things than you would like in a single entry and stuff like that. So I think the uncertainty of receiver for the Bills, because some of these guys could go off for sure, but the chances are you probably guess wrong. You get the guy that gets 2 targets, like Rubio's saying. There's a lot like higher floor to not playing any of the Buffalo receivers. Play the Mark Andrews, play the kickers, play the guys that are guaranteed to get points. But in the big tournament that we all want to win, the 300K to first, I think you got to lean into the uncertainty of the receivers and just shove them in there and hope you hit the right combo with those guys. But yeah, a lot of people are playing 1 to 5 teams. I think it's okay to lean into, like I keep saying, maybe you build one team where it's a quarterback with a running back, and then 4 guys where it's a quarterback with 3 receivers from the other. I think that's a unique build that could easily win the money tonight.
I really like that thought, and I do have this quick question too for Kurt. I'm gonna give you just a series of players here. I'm gonna give you 1v1s, okay? And this one's gonna be a little bit bold, but like I see Redmond kind of mentioned this too. The main team builds itself with Hill and Ty Johnson together. Kurt, if you had your choice, Ty Johnson or Ray Davis tonight, if it was just straight up.
Oh, Ty Johnson, bro.
Yep. And I do look at that too. I'm like, the Ty Johnson price is super cheap at $2,400. And Big T, are you in agreement there? You mentioned that you think your guy Ray Davis is going to take the leap. However, Ty Johnson's probably going to see all that third down passing work. And you mentioned it. If you build him with, he's like the only Bill with Josh Allen, it kind of fits because Ty Johnson's more of a pass catcher, a little bit out of the backfield.
And you got to build a story when you're doing Showdown. My story is that Baltimore's winning most of the game. And if Buffalo's trailing, the Ty Johnson the Ty Johnson call is awesome in Baltimore builds, right? If you think Buffalo like just handles them, runs the ball, Ty Johnson's not near as good of a play in that script. But that's why always Showdown. It's why I like Showdown more than main slate. You can build a plan and just go with it. So yeah, I love Ty Johnson and Justice. So it depends on which way you want to go. I think you could play them both together too. I mean, they're so cheap. I don't really know. I guess if you wanted to play Derrick Henry or other studs, then play the 2 running backs together. I think that gets you unique. And they're both really good floor plays too, right? Even though they don't get volume, they catch the ball and they're cheap. You got like a guaranteed couple points, which goes a long way in the cheap range because in this game, you're going to see receivers like Coleman, Bateman, these guys, there's going to be some 2s and 3s amongst them. So, yeah, I love Ty Johnson.
Any 5-1s tonight for either of you?
I didn't roll them out, but I'm sure let me see what I got. I got like 10% or so 5-1s.
Nice. Kurt, no 5-1s?
Nope.
hit the like, hit the subscribe, do what our guy Johnny Myers did. I appreciate it. What's the picks? Well, I'll tell you what, you're jamming in one of Lamar out in the captain. We're not reinventing the wheel over here. Justice Hill, your best value. If you're only playing 1 to 5 lineups, you can kind of get avoid those really bad floor wide receivers and kind of have builds with Josh Allen with only one other build. I think 4-2 Ravens might be the most popular path for people tonight, but it also feels like the safest. And yeah, I mean, you can get a lot of upside with that where you're just taking one dart throw.
It just feels way more secure, right? Baltimore feels a lot more predictable, even though I don't know if they are because they get some random guys involved too. But Buffalo, I have nightmares of all the things Buffalo could do.
The Tylan Wallace game against the Bengals, I feel like that was a slate where Tylan Wallace was like optimal at 1K just randomly. And I do think it's worthwhile mentioning, like with Isaiah likely out, do the Ravens go with more 3 and 4 wide receiver sets, right? Like you could just see that where, maybe Tylan Wallace, a guy like that, kind of gets on the field just as much as, Elijah Moore, for example. Tylan Wallace is only 1,200. So, yeah, I mean, it's interesting. I think you're going to see a slightly different look for the Ravens. With no likely they were just so reliant on those 2 tight ends over the course of last season, but especially in the playoffs. Dusty DeAndre Hopkins is going to try and make his.
I will say I gave the speech earlier about the old guys early in the year. If there's ever been a week, it's right now for old D-Hop. Week 1.
God, he's dust. He is.
What percentage do you got, Root? What percentage do you got? Because he's so cheap.
I X'd his ass, bro.
You didn't X him.
I did. What? Yeah.
Why would you X him? Put him back in.
All right, fine.
You're not Xing him. Like, it's week 1, and you're not Xing him.
He's ass. He's got
4K, though. Like, they could get down to the 1-yard line.
And they'll run it in with Henry 3 times or Lamar.
No, like what's on like the 7? He gets like an out route and just
you can't roll out Hopkins at 4K.
He is so bad. That's the definition of just collecting a paycheck.
Goofy. I just put this dude in there, Shavers. I just popped him in a few teams.
I could be down for some Tyrell Shavers. Had a decent preseason, if I recall.
He's talented.
Real quick. Nothing really else that kind of
this is the stuff that pisses me off on shows too, Johnny. You didn't watch the whole show then, did you? Because after the dude got rolled out, I said he's a good play. I played him on my main team today. Watch the whole show, Johnny Takes.
Chris Rodriguez was ruled out or inactive at like 11:30 or so. So that was definitely a case to make for Bill Krosky Merritt. All right.
What do you mean you did? He said he did. Well, you didn't hear me say that then.
Is it okay to play 2 running backs like Henry and Jackson? Oh, my God. You got me, Bino.
Yeah.
Of course it's okay. Yeah. He's right there.
Bino.
Hopkins has dementia.
The best part, too, is he got let that in perfectly.
Can we get this freaking bot out of here? God, Rubio, do your job.
They're relentless. They're
I'm
good.
Trying.
You're getting in there.
You suck, brother.
Other things to kind of add. Favorite captain play. Okay. We already talked about how it's the quarterbacks or whatever. Josh Allen or Lamar in the captain for you, Big T?
Lamar, but truly, I have 20. I have like 29 and 28%. So I have the same thing 30% both basically.
Kurt, Lamar or Josh Allen in the captain slot for you tonight?
Yes, both. More Lamar though.
Okay, perfect. And I'm going Josh Allen as my favorite captain here of the bunch. All right, let's go ahead and if you haven't checked out the slate yet, look at Tyler Huntley's picture on when you're building a lineup. Tyler Huntley's off-centered picture on DraftKings at 6K. You just see half his freaking face, man. It just catches me off guard when I'm scrolling through the names there. Nothing else to really add. We still got 5 minutes. Let's go ahead and get a pick 6 down real quick and just be like a couple legs. Don't forget to sign up for pick 6. Use that QR code in the bottom right. And let's go ahead and fill this out real fast for the Sunday night football game. There's a freebie pick. We're going to add this because I never use freebie picks. Josh Allen over a half passing yard. Kurt, can I get your take on this James Cook number of 55.5 rushing yards? You think that's too low? You think that's too high? Or you think that's, Papa Bear just right?
That's a sharp line. I mean, I think they are going to work in Ray Moore this year. Probably don't want to bust his load early.
Here's the number you're gonna like. I know that this is definitely gonna be one around. Justice Hill, 9.5 rushing yards. I think he gets 3 or 4 carries tonight.
I like all of the overs on Hill. So
all right, we'll add in the rushing yards on Hill.
Wait, are you making a line? No, add his over 3 receptions.
3 receptions?
Yeah, it's over 2.5. Or you can do the yards. I think it was 19.5 for the yards. One of the two.
Give me the rushing yards. Give me the rushing yards.
Shut the fuck up.
I can see this game in my head right now. I can see him getting the ball a few times.
You see 2 guys making out in your head. Put in the receiving yards.
No, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it, Kurt. No, we're sticking with my guns here. We're sticking with the rushing yards here for Justice Hill. When he runs on 10 yards on his first carry, we're gonna win. Big T, I got a number for you here. Joshua Palmer, 27.5 receiving yards. If I went to Kurt, he would say the obvious. You want to go more or less than that?
What was it? 20 what?
27.5.
For who?
Josh Palmer.
100 plus alt line.
100 plus what yards? I like Josh Palmer. Man, I hate leaning into the uncertainty, but over, I guess, for this.
All right.
I don't like those bets, though.
Yeah, it's a pick 6. We're trying to get some picks in. We can fade him if you want. If we can go, let's see. Do you want to go a rushing touchdown for Josh Allen, like an anytime rushing touchdown?
Yeah, give us
Let's
that.
do that. Let's get rid of our guy.
Get a rushing touchdown for both of them. I think that's there's a boost on our partner DraftKings
0.5 yards for Josh Allen for passing yards. So we can actually do Lamar here and just be fine. You actually get a 1.5 time multiplier on our guy Lamar Jackson. So win about 8 times your money with the Josh Allen prop of 0.5.
Do that super boost too.
Yes, use the boost. Can't do it with that specific prop for Josh Allen, but if you did want it to pair it with 2 guys, Justice Hill and Lamar Jackson. Justice Hill over 9.5 rushing yards. Lamar Jackson a 1 touchdown rushing or receiving at a 1.5 times multiplier. Apply your reward there and get it in the contest. If you did need a Buffalo Bills one, you know what? I'll say it. Take the under on James Cook, 55.5 rushing yards. That'll be the one where it gets you a little bit different. Ooh. John Mag with an absolute gem. I love this. NFL unders went, they went 11-1 today. Oh my gosh. That makes sense. And the only game that went over was the one that was historically low. That was the Jets and Steelers. That was one of the lowest total games of the week.
Johnny. Big T. That's funny.
I like it, Johnny Takes. That's a good comment. I like good comments.
All right. I don't think we have anything else to add. Big T, you got anything else to say before our 820 lock?
No. Ravens, I hate these 2 teams.
Yes. Hate these 2 teams as well.
Fade Andrews for Flowers. No, play Andrews, but that's like a coin flip anyways.
Yeah, I agree. I'd rather have Andrews straight up, to be quite honest.
Straight up? Oh, with no salary? I'm taking Flowers for sure with the salary.
No shot. I just can't.
You're taking him straight up?
You can't stand Flowers?
I'm taking Andrews over Flowers tonight straight up. That's not. I don't even think that's bold.
All right, here you go. Get the bots in here, Rubio. God dang, son.
I really don't think it's that close.
I think they think we're a bot because of that his takes.
Yeah, that's a bad call.
Get out of here! I'm telling you right now, that's going to be the winner here. I'm going to get. I'm going to be in the winner circle tonight. Mark Andrews is guiding me there. That is for certain.
How much captain you got?
I've literally only captained 2 quarterbacks. Yeah, I thought I would actually have more Andrews.
I remember the days when Rubio would actually make creative captains.
Yeah, and then I saw this slate, and I was like, you know what? Let's not get too creative.
It is one of those slates where I feel like I should have more, but I trust the Saber Sim to give me a couple combos that I don't know about.
Yeah, the more I looked, I was gonna hit the Andrews captain, and then I just kind of exited out here. I'm jammed in.
Just jammed Allen or Jackson.
Oh, Del Toro, he got me rolling.
Bro, I almost said that out loud.
The Worcestershire. Did you guys hear this earlier? Rubio, you're a man of culture. How do you say Worcestershire sauce? I said that good there. Sauce? I nailed that thing. That's the first time I've
Worcester sauce. Yeah.
Worcester sauce?
Worcester.
You needed more letters. That's not enough.
Worcestershire.
There's another like whole word.
Worcestershire.
Yeah, see, now you're getting closer.
Yeah, Worcestershire.
Worcestershire.
Yeah, Worcestershire.
Horse shit.
Yeah, horse shit. Let's get out of here. Let's go ahead and watch this game. Good luck to the Bills. I hope the Ravens lose by an infinity amount of points.